Was that I was going to just go ahead and do a 20-minute walk. So I walked around my neighborhood, and then I checked my mail, and I got the neighbor's mail. The stupid postman sent two different people's mail to my door, and I didn't want to just walk up to my neighbor's house because this one was like right by me. And don't ask me why my neighbor's is 1847 and mine is like 1851. Don't even ask. So I walked over to them and knocked on their door 3 times, rang the doorbell twice. Car was in the drive. So, and I heard someone rummaging inside the house. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll just come back later. And so I've been watching American Idol, and there was a girl in there named Tamika, or Tamika. I think it was Tamika. Yeah, it was Tamika. And apparently that's my neighbor's name, Tamika. So, you know, if they want their mail, they're going to open that door. Because I'm not just going to put their mail in their mailbox. Because then they'll see me. Then they'll think I'm going through their mail. And I don't want them to call the cops on me for doing something that I'm trying to do is right. So, because they called the cops on us before. So, they called the cops because our grass wasn't cut. And I can't cut grass because I'm allergic to grass. But they didn't care. No. But at least I'm trying to do a nice favor in return, you assholes. Like, seriously. So, I do want to go to the thrift store, but that'll be 30 minutes. 15 minutes there and 15 minutes back. And I don't want to push myself to do something that I know I'm not ready to do yet. Half of it is because I'm out of shape. The other half is because it's hot outside. And then the other half, or 1/3 of it, is because that's 30 minutes. And I'm just recovering from being sick from 3 months. And loss of appetite, all that. And I don't think I'm going to go. I think I'm just going to stay here and clean up my room. Because I've been saying I'm going to clean up my room for the longest. And it's just gotten worse. And my brother said that by the end of this week, because I'm on vacation, basically my room has to be cleaned up. And it looks really bad. I'm even embarrassed to show you guys my room. That's how bad it is. Now, it's not like clothes are all over the floor. It's the fact that the cats keep hopping up on my bookshelves and my nightstand and knocking everything on the ground, and I don't want to pick it up. But yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt at cleaning up my room again, because, you know, it's gotten so bad I'm ashamed of it. So, I'm glad I did my daily goal. In case you guys don't know, I have set a goal to exercise every day. And I did today, which I'm very happy about. But I started this goal about 2 weeks ago, and maybe only did it 3 times. That's sad. So today I'm just feeling really amped up about it. And maybe later when it gets colder, actually no, because it'll be dark and you don't walk around my neighborhood when it's dark. Just because, you know, there's gangs around here, so not a good idea. So yeah, I'm trying to get a walking buddy. Phoebe said she'd walk with me, but the issue is we'd have to meet up. She doesn't drive. She's like 12. She's, you know, and I kind of wanted to call her and say, hey, you want to go walking? I'm going to do that now to see if she's up. But actually, no, I can't because she's in school. It's like, damn, it's 9:52 a.m. Yeah, she's in school. Damn. Like, damn. Okay, well. Hi, Smuggy. You want to come to me? He does. Oh, Smugs. Hey. Oh, I love you. Smugs, you want to say hi? Now, what I do want to do is I want to, take a walk past my thrift store one day and show you guys my neighborhood, my old neighborhood, and the house that used to be my house, but they remodeled. So, yeah. I do kind of need to get in shape before I go to the fair, just because it's not the fact that I'm, like, out of shape. It's just the fact that me and Austin plan to get up early Thursday morning and stay all day at the fair. Mostly because I want to make it worth the money we're paying to go. And then the other half is, now, it's going to be a different story if I show up and the air makes me so nauseous I can't go. Yes, I did stop my medicine, but I'm still having loss of appetite and nauseousness like last night and this morning. I did manage to wake up and eat some pizza. One piece of pizza. That's sad, I know, but I mean, you can't really do much of anything. You see this, guys? This is what I have to deal with. No! Let me put these somewhere. Of course, nowhere is safe with a cat, but yeah. So, I'm glad that I did what I set out to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside and get a box. And I'm going to put everything that's on the floor in that box. And then sort out the rest of my clothes. And I'm, like, not tired. So I'm actually going to go use the restroom because I have to go to the restroom. Like, I can actually feel it this time. But I can't usually feel when I have to go to the restroom. And once again, we're teal for Spina Bifida Awareness Month. So there's my shoes, which, by the way, are too big. I was walking and they kept going like that. They're too big. So, but, like, the 7s I had, these cute shoes I had, felt too small. But the issue was that I had to, like, you know when you get heels, you kind of have to walk yourself in them for a while before your feet get used to it? Yeah. But now the 7s fit and the 7.5s don't, so I misjudged my feet. Look at that. I'm sorry. See what I gotta deal with? But yeah. I need to also make dirty laundry hamper for me. So my dirty laundry isn't always on the floor. Stop, little one. And so today I'm planning on cleaning up my room and doing the books. Tomorrow is the kitchen and the bathrooms. And then I gotta go to church. Thursday and Friday and Saturday will be the living room. Because basically we have to make the house presentable for when my aunt comes over in 2 weeks. So I took my vacation at the right time. But we have to, like, really clean up. And what I meant to say earlier, but I forgot to say, was, like, I have friends and family and all that, yes. But I don't feel like I get support that I need. Because, I mean, I get that everyone doesn't watch YouTube. But I would at least... Now, one friend, Becca, followed me on my other channel, Spina Bifida Unlimited. But I just don't feel like I'm getting the support I need. Smuggy! Because, you know, I've put on my Facebook, you know, if a friend of mine, a very close friend like Kelly, asked me to like her YouTube, I totally would, and I would totally look at her videos. Ow. But yeah, so I'm gonna go use the restroom, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with my room, and then I'll get back with you guys later. Oh yeah, and then real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and edit the first video, which doesn't matter, but I decided to go ahead and edit some videos. That way, while I'm cleaning up, they can export and then upload to YouTube. So, and I had a customer ask me one time, like, okay, so me and a customer were talking, very randomly, basically came upon the subject of the fact that I was buying my brother's stuff, and, like, he's in a group home now because of the whole knife situation, in case I didn't tell you that part. But he pulled a knife on me and my mom, and we were up in the, it's like a sunroom, and when me and Heather were babies, that was our room, and that's how my parents managed to, like, have all of us in the same house. But anyway, I was talking to her about how I buy him stuff, and we just started talking, and I said that it took me a long time to forgive him, but I finally did. And, you know, we started talking about grudges and stuff. Like, I get that I can hold a grudge, but I didn't hold a grudge against him for all the crap he pulled when he was little. And my reason is because he has special needs. And to him, I guess you could say he didn't really know better, but I think he did. But she said that, like, she was so shocked that I was the bigger person. And sometimes it's really not easy to forgive that person. It takes all that you have to forgive them. But see, it's not worth going around with all of that hate. It really isn't. It's one of the reasons I forgave my dad. Yes, it took time. It took, like, about maybe 10 years of his abusiveness that I had to forgive and forget. Okay, not forget, just forgive. And, you know, some people don't realize, you know, like, basically, you know, either you can live with the fact that this person did you wrong, or you can forgive them and be the bigger person. And I choose to be the bigger person sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm being too nice, and it gets me nowhere. But, you know, again, some customers can surprise you. And so she basically was couponing. And I was so mad. I told her that I was so mad that I didn't get this coupon in the paper, because I was buying all this lotion. I was buying so much stuff for my brother, and that's how we got to talking. And she asked me which kind I wanted to get him, and I said, oh, I don't think he cares, because he's the kind of person that just doesn't care. And another reason I got this stuff was because I want to put it in a stocking stuffer for him. And she went and bought me 3 lotions for him. And I still have to give him that stuff, but I've been so busy being sick, and the funerals, and all that, and just work, clean the house now, and my art. I need to stop letting life getting so busy. But yeah, so, that's pretty much all I have to say, I think. Yeah. Smokey came over to me.
I didn't know how to respond to that.
And
I got very angry, and my mom had to...
This is what the kitten looks like when he's done trying to tear everything up. Now, earlier I was talking about the seashell. I was in the bathroom. He knocked it over. I managed to catch it. It banged on the on the sink, and then I catched it, because it felt, if it were to fall on the floor, it would completely shattered, and then I would have been very upset. But basically what I was trying to say before the camera cut me off was, we were like camping or something in the mountains, and my dad like boiled it or something like that and pulled it out. Me and my sister both got one when we were little, and so I don't know where mine went, but this one came from out of the turtle tank, which she left behind, so I took it back, because truth be told, it could have been either mine or hers, you know, and she just saw it and took it. But so that's one of the reasons I love that seashell. And if it would have broken, I would have been so upset. Worse than the 2 drinks spilling this morning. Actually, last night, technically. But guys, just, if you're gonna get a kitten, think about it. Okay, like, don't get me wrong, I love this kitten, but they're just so much work. Like when he gets hyper, that's when it gets the issue. He claws on my towels. He pulls the curtain down. He gets in the toilet. Yes, he fell in the toilet one time and splashed all my urine on me, so I had to clean it off. Oh my goodness. Oh, guys, Monkey came to lay with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the little clips I do of my cats. I mean, it is my channel, and it's my life, and that's what I'm showing, but if you guys don't like it, then I'll stop. But I only have like 19 subscribers anyway. So yeah, I totally forgot to do that part because the camera kept being exhausted, the battery kept being exhausted, so I had to let it sit. That's when I decided to go ahead and just walk. So, yeah, I'll get back with you guys later. Smuggy's asleep, Ty's asleep, and so is little one. I should be too. Okay, so I'm watching the videos and I'm editing and all that, and I never really finished my explanation for, you know, Christmases and Thanksgivings. Basically, he would make us come home with him, even though we weren't ready to come home, because my mom had her own car or whatever, or my brother did, and sorry. Basically, we didn't have a say in it. We had to go. He wouldn't let us stay, and to me, that would ruin the holiday. Basically, we didn't want to leave. We wanted to stay with my grandma, with my aunt, because my aunt would stay over at my grandma's house. But yeah, it's just what I mean between the differences of the Christmases now is I liked it better when we had that tradition going. And now, yeah, we still do the stockings, then the breakfast, and then the openings of presents, you know. But then after that, everyone pretty much sleeps and then goes home, you know. And it's not really the same without my grandmother. And now, I'm really not trying to come off as bitchy with my brother. I'm really not. It's just, like, I have nothing against special needs kids. It's just, like, my brother was cunning, so to say. Sort of like Draco Malfoy. Sort of. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Terry. And, you know, it took a lot of whatever you call that word to, you know, be the bigger person. Like, I don't really know how I can explain it. Like, I'm trying to decide how I can explain it. But basically, there was this one time when I was little. And yes, I might have been a teenager. And I have always loved ice cream and coffee. Always. I would open the freezer and I would get ice cream. And he would help me, okay? He would be like, okay, yeah. Because, you know, we used to tiptoe and be very, very quiet in the morning. And now I want to tell you another story. But I'll resume this one. I'll finish this one first. And he would help me eat ice cream. And he would be all okay with it as long as I let him play wrestling and whatever. Because my parents wouldn't let him play wrestling. Like, when he took that CD, like that game, me and my sister don't play video games. Like, I play video games now, but barely. Like, I play the Lego games. But, you know, I don't know why they thought it would have been anyone but Terry, and truth be told, I don't steal my friends' things, like, whatever. And then, so back to the ice cream thing. Then he went and told my parents. And, I think they already knew that he played, you know, the video games. And then, growing up, we had this little table that the microwave was on. And then the stove would be right by it. So I'd hop up on the table and then reach up to the cabinets and get the candy from, like, Halloween. And he snitched on me. And I'm pretty sure he did the same thing at night. But I think my parents weren't. I think they knew this was happening because they would notice that the candy would getting down and down and down. You know, so. And actually, true fact, one year for Halloween, my mom had our snake Mojo around her neck, and all the kids would come to the door and be like, no thank you, we don't want your candy. So if you guys want to, like, get kids to not eat your candy, get a snake. But yeah. Smudge is still on me. But yeah, I don't know why I'm just randomly saying my childhood memories, but I guess I might as well, considering how much I forget things. Look at my babies. Ty is so cute. My grandmother would always also have temper tantrums, and that was just so totally not like my grandmother. And the reason I'm saying this is because I'm watching the video that I'm editing, and I didn't say everything that I needed to say, so to say. And it was very not like her. And then we would have the tiniest food on her plate, and she would think it was huge, and she would refuse to eat. And like, tantrums is not like my grandmother. She is one of the strongest women I've ever known. She has changed so many people's lives, and she has saved so many people's lives too, including mine, like I said. And so, and actually, the first time I noticed that something was wrong, we had just gone to Kroger, and I don't remember how old I was. I might have been 14 or 15, and I was staying with my grandmother that day, or that night, and we had ended up buying some expired chicken. And I told my grandmother about it, and she said, just go outside and throw it away. And so I did. And the reason why this sticks out to me is because I had came back in, and she was like, where's the chicken? And I said, you just told me to throw it away. And she said, no, I didn't. And she did. And I never told my mom that. I don't think I've ever told my mom that. But that's when I first noticed something was going on. And then a couple weeks later, she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, I think. But yeah. Sorry about that. But, like, my life was so much better because of my grandmother, and I did a poem one time about why my mother is my hero, or the reason I look up to her, and now I just see my mother as who she is. And, you know, I've talked to a friend at work, an ex-friend at work. We're still friends, but she doesn't work there anymore, let me put it that way. And she does not think that I'm being a bitch towards my mom at all, because I explained about everything that's happened in the last few years. And basically, she wanted us to take a cab to and from work every single day, because they wouldn't let us get a car or a license or anything like that. And we couldn't even afford a car anyway. I mean, do you understand how expensive that is? Just to get from my job, from my college, before I quit, cost $20. And that's the same distance it would have been to get from Flora to my house. And for 3 people, me and my sister and my brother, they charge for extra seats. You know, that per person. I don't know. I swear, sometimes she's just in a whole nother world. And the reason I'm bringing this up now is because that's what we were just fighting about earlier this morning. Because she wanted us to, you know, take a cab. And then we would wait outside from school for hours before my brother would come get us, because he doesn't get off till like 4 or 5. I don't know. Because these days he comes home about 2 or 3. But, I don't want to talk shit about my mother because I love my mom. And yes, she is human. She's allowed to make mistakes. It's just some of the things she's said and done in the past that irritate me. And like, I don't want to come off as sounding like a bitch, because, you know, there are moments where I can be. But like, it's just, my senior year was not fun. Let me put it that way. There is just a whole bunch of crap behind all this crap, which I don't feel like saying on my YouTube channel. I just don't, because that's just personally me, you know. So, if anything else pops up while editing the video, then I'll let you guys know. I've got about 8 minutes left. Oh shoot, this video is 30 minutes long? Okay, so I just decided I'm going to delete this last